So I guess we'll start off with one of the first questions I have is how long have you been installing Christmas lights for professionally? And is this a part of your existing service, or do you just focus exclusively on lights?
Yeah, so this is our first season doing holiday lighting. So, this is what, February, so October, November. So we were 3 or 4 months post our first ever holiday light season. So this
Oh,
was all
fantastic.
exciting for me.
I bet it's a big steep learning curve.
Yeah, yeah. It
What's
was.
been your favorite part of the business?
Um, I mean, dealing with customers that are excited in a different way than what we're used to. People are excited to have their windows cleaned or things power washed or their gutters cleaned. But when you give someone a quote for holiday lighting, their mood is just different. It's a different type of mood. People that call for holiday lighting are excited to have it done. So I
Yeah.
think you catch people at their best, and that's really nice to deal with when maybe that's not what you always deal with on a day to day. So that's probably my favorite thing about putting them up. And then of course getting the feedback after putting them up about the products that you guys provide. I mean, all of our customers were really, really impressed with the quality of the product.
Did you experience any challenges with a product you may have used before? And if so, like how have our products helped overcome those challenges?
Perfect. Yeah. So before, for myself and for family and a few friends, we would put lights up on their home. Of course, they were always the big box store uh, products, and those could not be cut to length. So you had to plan things out a lot. You had to use regular box store extension cords, so that created issues. Um, so yeah, it's just less professional. The quality was, challenging. And then of course all the issues with running power on those.
Mm.
Doing it with your products, it solves those issues by being able to custom cut things uh, to the length that you need them.
Okay, excellent. You mentioned earlier that you already had some feedback from customers already that they do like the lights. What exactly do they love about the product from Big Star Lights?
All of our customers mentioned how much brighter they are than everyone else's lights, whether it be in their
Oh, okay,
neighborhood or the box store products they used the year before having them
right.
professionally done. They just really noticed a difference in the quality and the brightness.
Okay. Yeah, that's something we definitely strive for. And we work really hard to maintain that brightness without making it too high of a wattage so that you can have those longer runs.
Yeah.
What um can you share any specific projects where Big Star Lights made it a significant difference?
Um, yeah. So this being my first year, I mean, all of our projects were for new customers that we hadn't done lights on before because we weren't
Mm.
offering it. But I'm I'm we did a commercial building that they enjoyed how it looked so much that they had a professional videographer come out and do uh, a drone footage to create a Christmas card for everybody that works at the office, and they sent it out showing the a drone overview of the whole building lit
Mm.
up for the holidays. They were that impressed with the product and how it looked that they wanted to get video footage of it. So that was cool to be a part of that. And then we did a tree wrap for a lady. She used about 32. No, I'm not sure. I think I would need to look at the count, but she used a
Mm.
lot of strands of red mini lights on a big, humongous oak tree. And that's all she wanted done. And her husband had done it years before with, you know, uh, box store lights, and they had always had a lot of troubles with them. And she was really happy with it. everybody was happy with it. It was the same. It was the same. It was the same thing. They couldn't believe how easy it was to deal with because we put them on automatic timers, and just the brightness and quality. It just looked really professional. I mean, one of the jobs we did, I could see from about 2 miles away in the distance, driving this road. I could see the blue gleaming off a house from far away in the distance, knowing that was the house we put the lights on. So that was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much competition is in your area, but and if there is, like, what ways do you think Big Star Lights or lights have set you apart from any competition?
The quality.
Yeah.
I feel confident in telling people that we sell to and install to the manufacturer warranty that's behind them and how long they'll last. I mean, for me, it's a good selling point. I explain to them that you guys mainly sell to people in Canada and in the Northeast and Northwest of the United States, and that this product is able to handle the weather in those areas. How it can hold up in South Texas perfectly fine, and exceed the expectations and the longevity that they're looking for. Because our competition is mostly landscapers, and they're charging bottom dollar, but they're using a bottom dollar product. So, the clips they use, the plugs they're using are very, very cheap and poorly made. So, because I had to use some of those products on a whim a few times, and had to go to the box stores to to purchase some of the landscape supply stores around here and purchase some of the plugs that I ran out of. And they were all using the SPT1 wire, and with the green. I mean, I had some plugs that just outright didn't work. I put them on, tried them all different ways, and just the plug. I mean, I had a whole package of, I think the package had 25 in it, and I think that maybe 10% of the 25 worked. So you'd be up on the ladder trying to install a plug somewhere, and you'd have to keep pulling them out and trying them until they worked. So that was a challenge. But
Okay.
I don't think I had an issue. I think I had one bulb that just flat out did not work with your product.
Okay.
Pretty good. And we bought quite a few bulbs. So
yeah. And have you, since using like Big Star Lights, have you noticed, like, can you attribute any cost savings or increased efficiency in your projects that maybe improve your bottom line?
I mean, we'll have to see. It being my first year, I don't have anything to compare it to. But but just from that one instance I told you where I had to purchase plugs from another distributor, they a lot of the product didn't work, and that was, of course, very frustrating to spend the money on something that didn't even function. So all of your product except for one bulb worked perfectly as stated.
What's one piece of advice you might give to others considering installing lights professionally?
Do it sooner than later because it's an awesome add-on. And then, of course, teaming up with Big Star Lights is just like, it's been better than I expected. Like, it was smoother. It was smoother than I expected. I mean, like I said before, the information you guys do provide is super helpful. And I think growing on that and staying in the loop with that could just help me more and more. So I hope that's helpful.